Welcome back to the Mastering Runeterra podcast with Jay and Bae, the #1 source for competitive Legends of Runeterra news and information. If you're looking for the best decks to play right now, be sure to check us out on Twitter at Master Runeterra or in our Discord. And if you want to take the next step in leveling up your game, check out our Runeterra team on Patreon, where we do weekly learning calls and one-on-one coaching. Now strap in and grab yourself some Poro snacks, because we are about to start Mastering Runeterra.
Welcome back, everyone, to a very special episode of the Mastering Runeterra podcast with Jay and Bae. Today, we are doing this podcast live on Monday as a special Road to Seasonals stop sponsored by Riot Games. So we'll be giving away 2,500 coins. We're going to have 5 winners of 500 coins today for everyone in Majin's chat. I think we'll do that at the end. So looking forward to give those away to you guys. We are, of course, going to be talking about seasonals, the open rounds that just went by. Then we're going to be talking about the top 32 happening next weekend. First, though, we have to thank our patrons, all of you that support us, that let us make all of this content for you. Thank you guys so much. And we have to, of course, thank our sister podcast, Runeterra Radio, with Saucy and Blevins. Absolutely love those guys. I was on their show actually last week. Go check that out. And with all that said, we can finally jump into it. What do you say, Bae?
I say stop entering commands in chat. We'll tell you when the giveaway starts.
Can't be too safe.
Yeah, so yeah, I totally get that. When I have giveaways, I just immediately jump into. I'm like, what do I need to type? We'll tell you. Don't worry. We'll probably run one in a couple minutes, and then we'll have more going on. We'll let you know. You'll have plenty of time to figure it out, to type in whatever we tell you to type. Yeah, so I think we just start by talking about seasonals. It just happened this last weekend. If you happen to miss it, it was the open rounds for seasonals. Pretty exciting stuff. How'd your run go?
I needed to go 7-2. I ended up 6-3. Not really upset about it, though, to be frank. Like last seasonals, I was pretty heartbroken. It was a real dagger. I had 2 losses. One of them was from I had the win in hand and I timed out. I wasn't paying enough attention to the clock. And the other one, I just straight like punted a game against Nightfall aggro when I played something I just needed to. Those really hurt. This one, basically, I just did not put enough time in with my 2 decks that were not Thresh Nasus. I probably played, like, no joke. I actually want to look at Mobalytics. I probably played like 1,000 games. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up real quick here. Okay, it's not nearly that many. It's more like 500 games.
Well, okay, that's a lot.
Yeah, 500 games with Thresh Nasus, something like that. Maybe 400.
Still a ton.
I don't know if Mobalytics counts games played on your phone or not. Do you know?
It should.
Not sure.
I actually don't really know how Mobalytics works.
Yeah.
It's all
so I put a lot of
me.
mobile, so I don't know if that's on there. Anyways, I played a lot of Thresh Nasus, and I probably like realistically played like maybe 10 to 20 games with Ezreal Draven, my second deck, and probably like 20 to 30 games with Zoe Aesol, my third deck. And that really came back to haunt me because I was just not, prepared really for the matchups. I didn't have that deep understanding. I didn't feel like I had any sort of edge as one would when they haven't put in the time or effort with those decks. So frankly, I feel like I kind of got what I deserved. I was trying to qualify for Worlds, so that's why I was just going ladder crazy, literally until Thursday. Tournament was Saturday, and until Thursday, I was still just playing Thresh Nasus. So, kind of lesson learned there, where I obviously need to, of course, be putting in time with my other decks. The thing is that, like, I had done well at 2 tournaments with them. I had played these decks in previous seasons. And so it didn't kind of dawn on me until you and I were starting to do some testing right at the end of the week that I was like, uh-oh, like this could be bad. And so I kind of like, I'm not really surprised, at my result. It sucks, of course. Obviously not happy about it, but again, learned lots. Had an okay run. So I went 6-3, winning a game in all my losses. So
which
for
is good.
seasonal points, for seasonal points, still kind of in the hunt. You know, I went 7-2 in the last one, again with like the maximum points you can get there. 6-3 in this one, again with the maximum points you can get. So still alive for Worlds, which is great. Still lots more learned. So all in all, you know, could have been worse, could have been better. That's kind of like the story of my seasons. I did, however, get to cheer you on in that last round, which was the only one I really got to watch. Why don't you tell everyone how you did?
So I had to go 8-1 because my ladder ranking sucked. I had a rough ladder season, but I needed to go 8-1, and I did manage to clinch to 8-1. So I top 32 again, which I'm very excited about.
Got there.
We got there. I ran the same lineup as you. Ezreal, Draven, Thresh, Nasus, and an Aesol deck. I ran Dragons instead of Zoe Aesol because I just like Shyvana. But yeah, so we ran the same-ish lineup, and I put a lot more time into Ezreal, Draven, and Dragons, and a lot less time into Thresh, Nasus. But that's, I think, like more just like a product of how I play the game than anything else. Like, it wasn't conscious. I just can't play the same deck over and over again unless I like really, really like it. And there wasn't really a deck in this format that I like loved. So I was just bouncing around a lot, which meant over the course of the season, I got a lot more games on these decks. So going into the final few days where I had my lineup like locked in, and like you said, we were doing the testing, you know, we'd come into like, we'd run like the Dragon's Mirror, and I'd be like, all right, here's how this works, right? Like, we need this, we got to focus on this, and we can't let this happen. And like those, like I already came into it with those like kind of insights, I guess, which over the course of the tournament really helped me, especially in the Ezreal Draven mirror, because I played it so many times. Like Ezreal Draven, Thresh, Nasus, Dragons was such a popular lineup, or Zoe Vi instead of Dragons, right? It's practically Ezreal Draven, Thresh, Nasus, Targon. Such a popular lineup, and so the strat was like ban Targons, play mirrors, and yeah, so I was lucky enough to have a lot of experience with all three of my decks. And yeah, so I got there 8-1, even though I only have a 54% win rate on ranked. Shout out to anyone who saw that on like Twitter, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I was streaming my tournament, and someone in chat mentioned in round 2, right? I'm 2-0, it's only round 2. They mentioned that it's pretty suspect. It's pretty suspicious that I do well in tournaments and only have a 54% win rate in ranked. Yeah, put that on Twitter. It just cracked me up, man. It was so funny.
I'm pretty sure that same person came in my chat. It was like, it's already decided. You're already gonna win. Like Riot, Riot rigs everything, and I was like, oh. If only that was true.
If only,
it was like round 4. I was like 2-2 or something. I was like, yeah.
It's like that would take so much like stress off of me. They just rigged everything in my favor.
That'd be so nice.
It'd be so awesome. Like, who would rig it's a $20,000 tournament, like for a multi-billion-dollar company? Like, who cares? And
you know, people think some interesting things.
People think some interesting things, man. But anyway, yeah, that got a good chuckle out of me. So that was my seasonal experience. Next up is top 32. Next week, next Saturday. So this next week is just going to be a lot of prepping. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff in the format right now. Like I said, Draven, Thresh, Nasus, Targon was like most popular lineup. One of the most popular lineups that top 32 was like Aurelia, Azir, Overwhelm, X, which is what we expected coming into it. Someone did top 32 at Targon's peak, and Mo ran through the competition 9-0 with triple aggro, beating me. He's my only loss.
Yeah. Let's hold on. Let's not skip the open rounds just yet. I want to dig into that a little bit more.
Sure.
First off, well, let's talk about Mo in this 9-0 run.
Okay.
Like, what the actual heck? Hashtag built different.
Hashtag built different.
But like, if you like bet me before seasonals that like anyone would go 9-0 with triple aggro, I'd be like, no, it's almost impossible. Like, it's actually like, almost,
I don't know, man.
Like,
unlikely.
The decks seem so bad to me.
Mm-hmm.
They really seem so bad. I feel like I just never lose to them unless I do something stupid. The only time I lose is if I make a misplay. That's like, because they'll punish you, right?
Yeah.
They will punish you bad. But outside of that, like, just crush them.
Yeah.
And I know you lost to Mo.
I did lose to Mo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he beat me pretty bad.
Like, 9, like, qualifying is one thing because Mo only needed to go 7-2. So first, also congrats, Mo. But qualifying is one thing, but a perfect 9-0 is like,
yeah,
never in a million years would I have guessed that was what
especially
was
because
happen.
like Nick Makes Plays pointing out in chat, the most popular lineup is our lineup, right? Which crushes aggro. Like that's why we built it. We built it to crush aggro and be pretty good into everything else. And
I saw no aggro.
Yeah, I saw Mo who beat me. And that's it.
Yeah, right.
But
good
like,
lineup.
Yeah, that's the most like anti-aggro is like the most popular lineup, and you 9-0 the tournament. Like that's pretty wild. Also, that man knew exactly what he was doing. He brought double Noxian Fervor and discard aggro. Like that fool had a plan, and it worked out pretty well. That scared me, I'm not gonna lie, because all of a sudden you're at like 9 and you're like, oh no. Oh god. Am I even safe? Yeah.
3 to the face a bunch. So yeah, that was one big surprise. Another big surprise to me was how many people were on quote unquote our lineup. Like the Thresh Nasus, Easy Draven. I'm surprised how many people brought Easy Draven. And then like Dragons or whatever, like Targon Aesol list. Because that's basically what I faced like all day. It was probably 7 out of the 9 rounds. That was it. And then one was like a total sideways one, and then one was like deep, like a deep one of the deep overwhelm. Really Azir. But like in previous seasons, like last season, we kind of did the same sort of thing, right? We was like a lot of our team was on deep Thresh Nasus, like X.
Yeah.
And then I ran to almost none of that. Like I didn't run to the mirror very much at all. I ran to a lot of craziness, a lot of brews. I also found out, so like that was also very surprising. But I also found out that apparently, like if you're at the top of the ladder, like I finished 30th or 33rd or whatever, you don't get paired against people that were in the last chance gauntlet. Hey,
interesting. Yeah, didn't someone call out someone else for being a gauntlet gamer, and they were not gonna name any names, but they may or may not be here in chat. Yeah, so
what is a gauntlet gamer?
Someone who
qualified to be a gauntlet?
Someone who like qualified through last chance gauntlet.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. Nothing.
The real question is, do you get paired against other gauntlet people like for the rest of the tournament until there's no more of them?
I don't know.
Like,
I have no idea. Because like my first 2 or 3 opponents, like I'm not sure if I ever saw them in Masters.
My opponents were all good. I felt like basically all my opponents
played like
good.
Quite solidly. Don't want to take anything away from them. But like they like, we play at Masters a lot. But it's pretty often like I just won't see anybody because like I don't play in the same time zone. Like if I'm not playing at 2 a.m., I just never see Grappler, for example, who plays a lot. So like that happens a lot. And I just assume that like if I've never seen a person that they're probably like a last chance gauntlet player. But who knows? And it's honestly not like it really matters. Although I did almost lose to Pursuit of Perfection in like round 1.
There's no justice. That would have been funny. I was like, my past seasons have been kind of a smorgasbord of just like decks and players and just like kind of all over the map. Just like things getting thrown at me from all sides. That was kind of what I was expecting going in. Like, some triple aggro, some like triple Targon, some like just the home brews, and there was like almost none of that. It was a lot of stock lists, a lot of very solid play. And I'm curious if it's a small sample size. I'm curious if like, what do you think? Do you think people are starting to sort of like, I don't know what you call that, but kind of that group think like, oh, hey, I can't really be bringing my like, Aurelia Draven deck or whatever, my like all my brews and like
my Gangplank Ezreal or what have you. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and people are more so kind of like looking at the meta stuff and like what's winning. Also, you just couldn't play a lot of stuff on ladder. That wasn't one of those.
I think honestly that has more to do with it than anything else.
Yeah. Like, how do you test anything?
Yeah,
there's no
you just get curb stomped.
And the ladder you get stomped by these 4 decks basically.
Yeah.
I bet you that had a lot to do with it.
I think so. I also think that like compounding on that, like ladder was not fun this season for like a couple of reasons. You couldn't like you said, you couldn't play anything besides like 4 or 5 decks maybe, and like 3 of those was like kind of soft inting. But like it was a rough place to play brews. And then a lot of people just kind of took the season off because they didn't like a ladder. So I imagine a lot of the people that qualified for this seasonals were people who like really take it seriously and like really want to qualify for worlds. Those are the people who like really grinded ladder this season. So perhaps that reflected in the decks people brought. Like the people who were there really were taking it seriously. And it's hard to take it super seriously and register some like complete brew. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, seasonals wild. I'm looking forward to like I really picked the wrong season to go ham on the ladder. This was not
unfortunately
the one to play ladder all day.
Sorry, you just do it on the next one.
Yeah, I didn't hate it though. You know what? I did not hate. There were some rough points here or there, but like I did a decent amount of winning. Felt okay. It did get a little monotonous for sure, but I was kind of able to find like deeper and deeper levels of like thinking. Oh, here's one thing about Thrush Nasus. I don't know if you had this, but maybe 3 of my opponents that had Thrush Nasus did not have Rite of Negation in their list.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was just the freest
You're
way.
like, cool.
Just the free. I'm just like, I'll trust it to you. Just whatever I feel like.
Deal. Yeah.
I'll just,
and then you just hold up Rite of Negation. You're like,
game over.
Yeah. My Thrush Nasus mirrors were like, I hate Thrush Nasus mirrors, by the way. I just want to put that out there. I feel like so much of it depends on like how you draw, which I don't like. Because if like let's say
play better.
Let's say there's a normal right, like, and I have no right to complain about this because it went fantastic for me all tournament. But like, let's say you both have early drops, whatever, and then your opponent plays Thresh and you don't, like the game's over. Unless you have like Nasus into Bonk, like you're probably just gonna lose. And it feels bad. I hate that. But that is how a lot of mirrors go.
Say that again. I missed it. What was the first part?
The first part was if your opponent has Thresh and you don't, you probably lose.
Nah. Disagree.
Okay, if your opponent has Thresh, you don't.
Lots of ways to get around
and you don't have Nasus, you're gonna have a very hard time.
Okay, so you have neither of your champions.
You have no champions, and they have 1 champion. You're probably going to lose the game. Like,
so it's turn 6. You have 6 champions and 2 rights that go to find them, and somehow you have 0 of them.
It happens all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. This happens all the time to me.
What are you talking about?
This happens all the time.
And the deck that plays like 6 cards that draw cards, and somehow
you're not casting Glimpse Beyond on turn 3. Come on.
What? Sometimes
in my last match to make it in, it was like I played the Thresh Nasus mirror again for like the 18,000th time this tournament. And I had like my opening hand was like some fodder, like it was like a fading icon and like a Thresh or something, and then I mulliganed cards and I ripped into triple Glimpse Beyond, and I was like, oh no. I was like, I have nothing. It's like, please don't run me over. So I just drew all my champions, like every single one of them. So I was just like, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, Thresh. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, Nasus. Like, don't kill me, Bonk. And like, yeah, I did win the game. I was able to like, due to all the glimpses, I just denied slays the whole game. It just like wouldn't let you kill anything. I think my opponent played a 4/4 Nasus on turn 6. So like, obviously their hand wasn't super phenomenal. But yeah, the champions
there's
are
actually
so
a lot
powerful.
there's a lot of ways out of things. Like I've beat things where like, my opponent has flip Thresh and I don't, where they have flip Nasus, I don't, where they have flip both and I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like because of what you're saying exactly, because you're able to like glimpse and prevent things, and like it allows you a chance to like get more slays and then eventually get a Nasus down, and then if your Nasus is bigger, like that's potentially a problem. If you have a right for their atrocity, or they don't have an atrocity,
and then you have like
there's actually there's a lot of ways the games can
which
go.
makes combat look really
Hunter's another one.
No, you're totally right. You're totally right. I'm definitely boiling it down to like I'm oversimplifying it. I'm being a bit hyperbolic, but like it does really feel that way sometimes.
We'll allow it.
And what I'm getting at is that it feels bad. Like I don't like to play the Thresh Nasus mirror because it feels like that sometimes. You're a parody.
Boom,
so they play champion, and you're like,
I feel that way a little bit about the Easy Draven mirror because I feel like you just kind of throw removal at each other, and then you just try beam like, come on, double snake eyes. Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying. I think there's a ton of play in the Ezreal Draven mirror though. Like a lot.
There is.
And
there definitely is.
A lot of it is like pretty below, like kind of below the surface. Like you don't really think about it. But a lot of things are like, you know, like a lot of
timing.
Yeah. Like a lot of my opponents were playing like Ballistic Bot on turn 2, and I think that's like super wrong in the mirror. But this isn't something you'd like just auto come up with, right?
Oh, really? That's interesting. Why do you think that's incorrect?
It allows your opponent to like Thermo Beam on 3 and trigger Tri-Beam, and then it puts you on 4 mana. So when they cast Draven on 3, you can't Tri-Beam for 3. I mean, you can't Thermo Beam for 3 or whatever.
They just get really awkward, right?
Yeah, it just gets awkward. Also, like Culling Strike, get excited, like they're gonna kill it. Or they could play their own bot. I don't know. I just don't like it. You can, right? There's definitely, it's not like never play bot on 2, but like, I don't like to do it.
I get what you're saying though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think things.
I've made that exact sequence before. Just been like, this feels.
It's like,
bad.
oh god, this sucks. Yeah, right.
Oh snap! Top 32 list is out now.
Oh, how about we pull that up? What's up, Mo?
Yeah.
We were just talking about you. All bad things. So yeah, how about we pull up that top 32 list and then maybe do a giveaway real quick before we go over it?
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, so we're doing a giveaway now.
Oh, yeah, let's do a giveaway. We have 5, right?
Yep.
All right. So the keyword for this one is !coins.
Ooh. I see, because we're giving away coins. So you made the name of the giveaway coins.
Yeah, see, I'm on that next level stuff.
Wow.
On that next level stuff.
I like it.
All right, here we go. People are rolling in. I got the top 32 pulled up. There's some serious names in this list.
Yeah.
This is a very stacked top 32.
Big Positive Geek. Roll 6. Homework Anxiety. Yeah, we got some killers in here.
Are you talking about in chat?
Yeah.
I was talking about top 32.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right, we're going to roll it in 3. If you win, DM me or Jason on Twitch, and we will...
no, just pick one.
Just pick one. Yep.
DM Bay.
DM me. We'll figure it out. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Adamo 51. Okay. Congratulations. DM me on Twitch. Send me a whisper, and we'll get it taken care of. Congratulations.
Coins.
So
#red.
Yeah, let's pull up this top 32 list. Do you have it up?
Yes.
Do you want to go through it for us?
Okay.
I actually don't think it was up until like just now. I didn't see it earlier today.
Yeah, no, it just went up. So in the Americas, we've got let's see, who's this? Dawn Moozer.
Never heard of him.
Don't know. Next, we got Stolen Conch.
That's Mo, Mr. Emotional, for those of you who don't know. He just changed his name back for top 32.
Oh, that's Mo. Oh,
that's Mo.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Fly Power of Evil. That's a 9-0 Mo, by the way.
9-0 Mo, yep.
Yeah, that's Fly Power of Evil. Never heard of them. Mecantor, Jacko Wacko, Dior, Thelarios, Filthy Gamer Weeb. Never heard of them either. The Black Boss BR, M Niddle. Man, we gotta get some naming. There's some Jesus, something. Zerath Unleashed, Jin,
Jin
4LW,
is Yangzera, by the way.
Hillbilly Fred, and then this is my favorite.
I can't.
QCXFNLOESPBV2IZ9. AKA a cat walked on my keyboard when I was making my name.
Fly Power of Evil is cephalopod? I thought so. But I wasn't going to say it because I didn't want to be wrong. Okay, so yeah, Power of Evil cephalopod. Okay.
Henneke.
Third top 32.
Fry Guy, Dragon Guy Who Died, Damien 1917, Octopuses, L Games BRZ, CS Pickle, Thomas Zamo 2000, Stan, congrats Stan, I'm Egg, Easy to Win, Big Ogre, Successor, No Tapper, MajiinBae, Surtermund, and then XX, what am I? XX. It's the last one. What a luck sack.
He'll love that you put the X's in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a pretty stacked top 32. Like I've seen most of these people.
What's kind of sick?
What?
Well, I don't know if it's sick, but like had I 7-2'd, I would have knocked one of my out.
He probably would have thought that was less sick than you doing.
I'm not saying that was a good thing. I'm saying that would have sucked.
Yeah, it would have sucked for at least one person involved. Absolutely stacked top 32. Most of these players I've seen top or win a tournament, or I've battled up against and
or
top ladder.
Top of the ladder.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is just a top 32 full of crushers. Like it's pretty insane. Might be the scariest top 32 I've seen, but I say that every time I think.
Yeah, they've all been pretty good. I mean, there's no let's see, there's no Kever, there's no Reptero. There's there's been lots of like very big names that have made it like season after season.
Yeah, but who's your pick? Who's your pick to win it?
Oh, okay. Easy. Gonna go with I'm gonna go with Thomas Zamo 2000.
Okay. All right. I think Henneke's gonna get fourth again because it's hilarious if he just gets fourth 3 times in a row. And then I think, that's tough. That's tough. I think
don't really. Yeah, I could have picked lots of people. I kind of just like.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of battles on the ladder with Thomas Zamo 2000. I like the cut of their jib, so that's what I went that way. But like honestly, like so many people on here.
So many people. You can pick anybody. I if I have to pick one, I'm gonna go with Cephalopod.
Yeah, solid pick. Solid
but
pick.
Honestly,
sure.
like you could pick like any of the half of these players, and I'd be like, yep, that makes sense. Like
yeah, I can see that.
Super strong top 32. What do you expect to change from open to top 32 in regards of like decks and lineups?
Well, let's see. I think the very popular Thresh Nasus, Easy Draven, followed by like some Zoe deck or Acel deck. I think that lineup is not going to be the most played. I think it'll drop significantly in the amount of play that it sees. Because like I don't expect there to be a lot of triple aggro. There'll be some people that try and get you, because I think most people will not expect triple aggro. I think we'll just see a whole smorgasbord of like the tier 2 tournament decks or whatever. The Ash LeBlancs. We'll probably see some Soraka Tom Kench. We'll see some Overwhelm. We'll see some.
I do expect to see a lot of Overwhelm.
Talia decks.
Okay, yeah. I do know a Talia Malphite top 32, I believe. Or at least 7 and 2.
The deck is actually, I told him I couldn't beat it.
Yeah, Jay Sensational was saying the same thing. He's like, I keep losing to Talia Malphite, and I was like, bro, what are you talking about? And then it's like actually pretty good.
It's not happening.
Yeah, I was like, how? Yeah. What even is this deck? It's actually going to be my YouTube video for tomorrow. Yeah, that was a spicy one. I believe there was a Dragons deck that played Targon's Peak. That's pretty spicy. A couple people ran Zoe Leona Targon Allegiance, which I thought was cool with the 3 culling strikes. Yeah, I thought that was super interesting because a lot of us were experimenting.
Alongside? Do you know?
Oh, what was it?
What were the other 2 decks that they ran?
I believe it was like that, Aurelia Azir, and Ezreal Draven. I'm not certain. It was Matt Pack, I think his name is. I probably just messed that up, but yeah. So super cool lineup. Because a lot of us were experimenting with like Targon Splashing Calling Strike. And we're trying to find like a good lineup for that.
Yeah.
What Am I also topped with Targon Splashing Calling Strike, but with Diana Draven. Mad lad. That fool could not help himself but to bring 9 copies of Star Shaping. Like he just can't help it. Yeah. And it's just triple Targon for like the 18th time in a row. He just ever since the app came out,
why would he stop?
Yeah, I'm just gonna run triple Targon.
Card's really good.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good, and he's a very good Targon player.
Yeah, like literally before Shurima, around when Shurima came out, everyone was like, Targon's too fucking good. Targon's too good. Like you gotta just like take a hatchet to it. Like even before the like Aphelios Temple days, it was still like so good. And it's all that stuff's still there. Star Shaping's still good. Hush used to cost 2. Isn't that crazy? What were we thinking? That
actually blows my mind that was like a thing. Hush cost 2, and then it was 3, but would give you like extra copies. Wait, was it that way first? And it was something like that.
I think it was that way first.
Okay, yeah. It would give you fleeting copies. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
What a ridiculous card.
Like the card's still
it's
one of the best
so good.
Cards.
Yeah.
It's still so good.
My God.
It's literally like a get out of jail free catch-all.
It's not like nerfable good. It's just a good card. At least in my opinion, I don't think you need to nerf Hush. It's fine. Like
it's kind of like Force of Will from Magic. It's like you almost need it to balance stuff out.
Yeah, you just have to
otherwise
have it.
Worse things are going to happen.
I actually really agree with that. Like I don't know, a Thresh Nasus meta with no Hush sounds horrifying.
Ooh.
Sounds very scary.
Sounds good to me. Let's go, baby.
God, no, go away.
Big dogs getting thrown all day.
Not a fan.
Love it.
Not a fan.
What do you expect? What do you expect to see change in the top 32?
I expect a lot of Aurelia Overwhelm. That was just like a really popular lineup going into the open. It's good. I expect to see it
do well.
Yeah. It put a lot of copies in top 32, I believe. A lot of the Brazilian players were on it. And then the third deck could be whatever, Deep, Turbo Thralls, TLC. So yeah, like I expect to see that lineup a lot again. So you got to come prepared for it.
Yeah.
Basically. And then it's like the counter to that lineup is the triple aggro lineup. But you lose to like everything else. Well, you lose to everything else. Mo has shown that maybe you don't, right? But yeah, like
right.
So it's all about what you think people are going to bring. If you think everyone's going to be on Aurelia Overwhelm, Ash Noxus, right? Then like you just run triple aggro and destroy people. But if you're wrong and you just run into hordes of like life gain Targon, Ezreal, Draven, and Thresh Nasus, like you're gonna have a rough time. It's gonna be really tough for you.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rock paper scissors that we have going.
Yeah.
And I think it's much more, I don't know, prevalent when it's in the top 32 because in the open rounds there's a lot of other stuff, right? There's sideways stuff that comes at you.
Yeah.
But in top 32, like, I'd be surprised if someone's playing something that's outside of kind of the few lineups that we've sort of mentioned of like,
I mean,
an easy driven lineup, an Aurelia lineup, a triple aggro lineup.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's like a lot of random stuff you can throw in. You can fit into these lineups, like Ezreal Teemo, right? Ash Noxus, Turbo Thralls, like these kind of things. But yeah, I expect the cores to be the same, right? Like the cores.
I think Thralls. I think Thralls is the deck.
Yeah.
Top 32.
Thralls is good, man. It's really good.
I feel like the reason it didn't the problem is that you can't run it next to Overwhelm. If you could run it with Overwhelm.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be insane. Or Azir Aurelia Overwhelm Thralls would be the best lineup, I think, possible. Like that lineup is terrifying. You know what that lineup destroys? Thresh Nasus, Ezreal, Draven, Dragons. Like crushes it.
Rush.
Yeah, that's the terrifying lineup. I believe we can actually figure out who everyone's playing against in round 1.
Oh, because it goes 1 versus 32?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it looks like Mo's up against What Am I? Which means it's really tough to bring triple aggro because you know What Am I's packing the star shapings, man.
Interesting.
Like, it'd take a lot to get that man away from triple Targon.
I hope they feature that. I hope that's a round 1 feature match.
Yeah, it's a great round 1 feature match. And yeah. I am up against, oh no, I think I'm up against Cephalopod, who I picked to probably win the tournament.
Oh so, no. Can we both just change our picks to you now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I screwed myself there.
We both picked Bae.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, darn. Yeah, so this is gonna be an interesting one. It's like we said a million times, it's stacked top 32.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really I'm looking forward to watching this one.
Mm-hmm.
I should do a little I'm gonna do like, what do you call that when you do like the stream party, you cast
like a watch party,
because this is gonna be this is gonna be a good one.
I do
obviously
think
you're gonna be I'll want to cheer you.
I'll be streaming it. I do think that we should probably run another giveaway.
Let's do a giveaway.
Do you have a keyword you'd like it to be?
I would like it to be exclamation built different.
Built different. Okay. There we go. So yeah, exclamation mark built different to get in the running for coins.
500 coins.
Mm-hmm. You could spend it on those sweet skins.
Dude, those skins are expensive. I did not realize how much they cost.
Yeah, they are expensive.
They are dope though. They're really like the Talia. I prefer the new Talia level up animation than the old one.
I really like the old one.
Pretty dope.
I'm gonna be honest. And then why is Duckling not in the list?
Did Duckling not top 32?
Duckling went 8-1. Maybe his name's something different.
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, all right. A couple more seconds. Let some people get in here.
Those coins.
All right. Again, if you win, message me, and we'll contact you right after.
We just need your email and your name.
Your in-game name.
With the hashtag.
Your social security number, your mother's maiden name, your first pet,
PIN to your bank card,
all that stuff. And with that said, let's see who takes it down.
Let's go.
Cheese is good. Congratulations. I don't agree with you because I'm lactose intolerant.
I cannot argue. Cheese is great. I'm lactose intolerant too. Cheese is still fantastic.
Nope, can't do it. But yeah, just shoot me a message.
It doesn't make cheese not good just make it because it tries to kill us.
Yeah.
Cheese is still fantastic.
Oh, Duckling's Hillbilly Fred? Really? Oh, because it goes by your Riot name, not your in-game name, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine is MajiinBae all day.
MajiinBae all day. That's really funny.
Because I just made it so that I could play League.
I posted the code. What code? No, I literally just smashed my keyboard. That way they could click my name and message me. It does look like a password though.
There's no code.
Yep.
There's no code. But seriously though, nobody try and claim our code.
Yeah, but please don't steal it from me. So yeah, make sure to message me. Cheese is good one. Send me a message. We'll get you the coins. So one thing I did want to talk about, because a lot of people aren't really aware of how this is working, is Worlds qualifiers. Can you expand a bit on how the Worlds qualifiers works for maybe people who don't know, and how it's working out for you right now?
Yeah, so for most people, there's 3 ways to do it. You top 4 at seasonals, you get the most wins in seasonals tournaments, including top 3 Jews, or you have 2 high finishes on the ladder. For myself, I am bribing a Riot employee to just fast track that line and just getting the special invite to
you too, huh?
Yeah, well, my win rate was too high. Yours was 54%, mine was, so obviously you got ushered in. Mine was 60%, so I got gatekeep.
Understandable.
Out.
Yeah.
Okay, but real talk though. So yeah, top 4 seasonals, easy. seasonal points. How this works is it's literally just you get 1 point for each game you win, not match. It's each game. So if you lose, but you win one of the 3 games, you still get 1 point. And then ladder, there's a point system where the higher you finish on ladder, the more points you get. They take your top 2 finishes, however many points those are worth, add them together. The top 21 or 22 people from both of those get invited to Worlds. So going after this seasonals, there'll only be one more in August before Worlds. So I'm really interested. I went 7-2. I got the max amount of points you can get without top 32ing. And then I went 6-3 in this one. So a little bit slightly worse. But I was like tied for like 23rd. And so now like I don't know where I'll be at exactly, but I'll probably be like somewhere in there, like the 20 to 30-ish people. And 22 people get invited. So it's like, it's going to be close. It's going to be really exciting, really interesting going into this last seasonals. Well, I would check this out. Check out like this probably won't happen for this seasonals or Worlds, but imagine like the next one. If during seasonals coverage, they have like an updated ladder.
That'd be so nice,
like, with your seasonal points.
Yeah.
So that you can see people in real time each round moving in and out of qualification for Worlds. That makes for some damn good viewing, in my opinion.
It's exciting because it like pre-establishes like a narrative, right?
Yeah,
like, these people are fighting for Worlds points. Like, yeah, it's exciting stuff. They used to do that with like Player of the Year or something for Magic, whatever that was.
Totally.
Yeah,
and even like I am super into Formula One now, just because I watched the Netflix Formula One special, and so are a bunch of people I know. People like myself that have never paid attention to any Formula One at all, but they made it this exciting. Like, they made it a drama. You know, it's like, oh, racers are backstabbing each other, and teammates are like fighting, and you know, these cars are like, oh, are like, are Mercedes cheating? Did Ferrari buy them off? Like, blah, there's all this like drama and intrigue. And so now the show stopped, and I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. But now I'm like watching to see. I don't watch the races as of yet, but I'm like checking the results constantly and paying attention to it. And I'm like excited to see like the stories continue and the arcs happen and stuff.
Yeah, that's exciting stuff. Especially like you pointed out, I think that's such an important part is that you don't even watch Formula One. And you didn't watch any Formula One content like prior to this, or like not a lot. So it's so easy with something like that for people who don't really watch a lot, like, you know, the casual Runeterra player, right? Or even someone coming from a different card game wanting to check it out, who comes into it and like, boom, there's stakes, like right out the gate, right? And then maybe you pick someone you find someone who brought a cool deck, and they're like fighting for the World's points or whatever, and you like that person, so maybe you watch the next tournament to see if they can squeak out the other guy and like make it in. And I think that's so good for like any competitive thing, right? To like have games, sport, whatever. Like, you know, NBA games would be cool, but they'd be more boring if teams weren't fighting for playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, that's exciting, is that it's not just like who's going to win this game. It's like who's going to win this game and what does that mean for like the bigger picture, right? In this case, it would be Worlds qualifications. I would absolutely love to see something like that implemented.
Yeah. I wonder if we could even like take it upon ourselves somehow. It'd be tough to do in real time because we wouldn't have like the info or whatever. I'm sure someone will do it, like someone with the tweets and just watching the streams and just be like updating like a spreadsheet manually.
It'll be like 4 people on Twitter with like a shared Google Doc sheet who are just like constantly live updating it.
I love it.
Yeah, it'll be really cool to see. I would absolutely love that. So what we're trying to figure out right now is, are you going to have to top 32 and win matches in top 32 or games in top 32 in order to qualify? And all that comes down to how well the previous top 32ers and future top 32ers perform in the other seasonals.
Yes.
Because
currently, if you go 7-2 with getting win in both of your losses, that is 16 points. Times 3 is 48 points.
Yes.
Which is quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot of points.
That's if you never top 32. That's the max you can earn.
Yeah, the max you can earn if you never top 32. Exactly. So the question is, we think that if you did that, you would probably be in the top 22, 21. We don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But if you think about it this way, like when someone makes top 32, 16 people are eliminated in the first round. Some of them might get no extra points. And then 4 of them will top 4. And so they'll just be qualified already. They'll be taken out of the pool. So it's like 20 people there out of those 32 that might not get any extra points.
Yeah. And like we figured out, the maximum amount of points you can get from a top 32 while still being in the running for seasonal points is only 5. Because you win your first 2 matches, and then you have to lose your third match and win a game to get the 5 points. Because if you win your third match, you're in semis and you're automatically in Worlds. So those people are taken out of the running. We don't have to worry about them. So yeah, the absolute maximum points you can get without like top 4ing is, what is that? 63? Because it's 48 plus 15.
Well, no. So because the thing that we're not taking into consideration here,
you go 8-1 or 9-0.
8-1 or 9-0.
So it's like 70 something.
Exactly. Yeah. So that throws off the math a little bit.
Yeah, but I expect that 48 will be near the end of the qualifying people.
Yeah, if not, then like 49. Right? Like just that one
I expect we'll see like some 46s get in. That's my guess. I think it's going to be like a couple 46s.
You think so?
1 or 2 47, maybe like 1 46, 2 or 3 47s, and then 48s and up. That's my guess. Now, this is based on basically nothing. I
think it's going to be. I think if it goes to 48, if it does go to 48, it'll be a bunch of people tied at 48.
Yeah, it all depends on how well the people who top 32 do in the other seasonals. Like, if you have people who top 32 multiple times, they're going to make it on seasonal points, most likely, unless they just completely, like, fumble the bag in the last seasonals. But, yeah, I mean, it's going to be close, and it's really interesting, because you're at you're at 30 exactly right now? You have you had 16.
16 and 15.
31. 31 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like, you're going to have to make a pretty good run in the next seasonals. You don't need to top 32, maybe, but like a 7-2, I think is probably going to be where you'll have to be. At least that's what we're thinking.
I feel like you're going to have to be higher. We'll have a much clearer picture of it after the points from the second one get tallied. Then it becomes like much clearer.
Yep. Yeah. Because right now everyone's tied at 14, 15, 16 points. And then a couple have like 18 or something, right?
That's another thing, right? Like there's a lot of people, maybe they're not in the 16, 15 points, but even if you're like 14 points, but you had a really good season, a really good performance, there's a lot of those people there, and they'll all come jumping up forward. Like the separation is like 1 point.
And then we also don't know if the people who make it in on ladder from being like top of ladder points, we don't know if they're taken out of consideration first from ladder or from seasonal points, right? So like if you qualify from both, who gets pulled up? Another ladder player or another seasonal player? I'm not sure if we know that yet.
I read that it was seasonal, but I don't know 100%.
Okay. Yeah. I imagine it would be ladder probably gets taken into consideration first, but so like more seasonal points winners would make it. But I'm not sure.
That's gonna be another interesting thing to see where the ladder's at after
this season.
One.
Yeah. And then there'll be because it only takes your top 2.
So one of the really tough things is that you for instance, well, I guess I could figure out where my it doesn't show you, right? Like we don't know where we finished on the ladder in previous seasons, right? Like is there anywhere to find that information?
I mean, you could look at your ladder points and try to figure it out. Yang Zera just posted in chat that wins at top 32 grant double the points.
What?
I had not heard that.
Is that real? I had not heard that.
That would kind of make sense. I did not know that. But that changes our math considerably. Now all of a sudden top 32 is like a pretty big deal. Yeah.
That's a huge difference. Yeah, now I would have to top 32 for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe top 32 the next one. You've been an inch away both times.
Yeah. Looking back on it, it's one of those things where like decisions that I've made have compounded from one thing onto another. Like like last seasonals where I ended up on the ladder affected how much I had to put into the ladder and how little time I had to put in seasonals like this time. And so, it is what it is. I'm not like overly concerned about it. I feel like I keep learning and I keep getting better. And that's like what's important. Yeah. Obviously, I would like to be top 32ing and winning stuff and like being locked for worlds, of course. But it's not like I don't feel like I'm doing, I don't know, things wrong per se, or I'm not like regressing. Like I just I got more learning to do.
Yeah.
I got more work to put in. I got to do things better, more efficiently. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. I feel like you've made some pretty large strides just in the last like season or two.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, you're like putting numbers up on ladder. You're doing really good in like tournaments now. I thought this was your seasonal for sure. For sure. I thought you were going to top 32.
I was not. I know you get like people were very confident. I was not.
Yeah.
Because like I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, I did not get to put any times in with my other two decks. And when you and I started scrimming some games, I started playing on the ladder with my other decks. I was like, this is not good. I am not where I need to be with these other decks. So I was kind of banking on my opponents, some triple aggro in there, some some brews.
Yeah,
some just,
maybe people who don't know how to play the matchups very well.
Yeah, and it was a lot of like just playing the mirror and not always knowing what to do. And I can't say I ran bad. There was definitely like, I had the old Nasus flipped, but no atrocity, couldn't find it to kill my opponent. And like my opponent having the anyways, there was things that could have ran better. But there was also things that ran good. And then there was lots of mistakes I made and things that I could have done to win those games. So like, had I just like a week or two before seasonals just stopped and just played Easy Draven and Asol like just for a week or two, I think I would have been just fine.
I think so too.
But I was just trying to go for worlds, was trying to get that top 10 spot so that I thought if I could finish like top 10, even top 20, then I thought I'd be in the running for another like a big finish on next the last ladder, which didn't even pan out. I ended up like 33rd or whatever. So yeah, I think ladder's probably maybe even if it is possible, I don't know what I would need, but it's like probably like top 6.
Yeah, it would be up there. Spell Pierce
way up there, just actually. I think about it.
Posted in chat what Riot said about the qualifications. It looks like it's top 4 taken first, obviously, then seasonal points, then ladder. So ladder gets to be the ultimate tiebreaker yet again. Pretty crazy. So that means that means you make it on seasonal points first, and then it opens up more points for ladder. So maybe don't discard your ladder grinding plan just yet. You may need it for next season.
Yeah. So that's okay. You know what? That's fine. That's like not an issue in the sense of like I could still grind a lot of ladder and still have time to put in time for like my seasonals lineup. Because like, even this like last week, I could have just taken off that last week and just focused on seals, which is what I should have done. What I wanted to do, really.
That was always our plan going into it.
That was always the plan, right? That ladder itch, though. I was like, okay, if I just go like just like a little bit more, just like 50 more, like 3 wins, 5 wins, just 10 wins, just a nice little streak at the end, lock it up.
Yep.
But at least in this one, it'll be a little bit more obvious. Coming in the last week, oh fuck, I don't know. It's still gonna be hard.
Yep. All I can say is I can't relate. Can't relate. I don't deal with this.
Chat. How bad do you guys feel for Bae not having to grind for worlds?
Darn.
He doesn't know the thrill of fighting and battling for that last second qualification. He's got to sit around, just getting
sit around and play fun decks and make YouTube content. Man, it's so tough.
Oh, it sounds terrible.
It's so tough. Yeah, life is.
Where's
life
the thrill of competition?
It's very nice. I'm gonna be honest. Like a lot of stress off my back, not worrying about that. I used to have quite a bit of like I was very worried that they weren't going to take into consideration the first 2 seasonals for Worlds.
Yeah, you're nuts.
And that like Pushby and I were just gonna be like screwed. We'd be like, yeah, seasonal winners make it, but not these 2 guys.
That'd be so dumb.
Yeah, that would.
Okay.
I've hurt
Let's
my
do
feelings.
another giveaway.
Let's do another giveaway. All right, this one. This one's gonna be !Worlds, because I'm in it. So yeah, !Worlds to enter the giveaway.
I think the next one should be !BooBay.
!BooBay. Next one, sure. You get to pick it, so yeah. I am excited for Worlds. I hope the top 16 portion is LAN. Because I do not believe there will be any way to do
September.
Yeah, there's no way the open portion will be able to do it, but like maybe you could do it for 16 people. I doubt it. I doubt that it will be, but I would really like
all around the world, right?
Yeah. That's the big part, is that you have to fight through so many
different. Runeterra's not
like,
big enough for that, right? We're not the UFC or League.
Yeah, not exactly pulling in the numbers. All right, a couple more seconds. Let people trickle in. Here.
After this, though, I was thinking we should talk about some of the spoilers that are out.
I'm down for that. Do you want to pull that up while I roll this? All right, here we go. Filthy Gamer Weave. Congrats, man.
Rigged.
Winning it all. Fight nights. Giveaways. Unstoppable. So yeah, go ahead. Shoot me a message. Filthy Gamer Weeb. And we'll get your stuff taken care of post podcast. Congratulations. All right. Spoilers. You want to start us off?
Oh, sorry. I got sidetracked by Cephalopod's tweet. Okay, so let's go. We got first we got Fallen Feline. I'm not gonna lie, I just enjoy all the cat all the cat cards.
Oh, real quick, I just realized that I made the thing to enter !Worlds, which is also a command in my chat. So it's my Nightbot's just like fine. It just like keeps posting like the Worlds announcement over and over and over
that's
again.
what that is. I was wondering what that was.
Oh my god.
I took a look at that. I was like, that's some useful information.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, where is it? Okay. Fallen Feline, 1 mana, 2/1. When I'm summoning, create a Hexite Crystal in the bottom 10 cards of your deck. Hexite Crystal is a 2 mana fast spell that says, if you see me in prediction, draw me. And then it says, deal 2 to enemies and the enemy nexus. Which is like kind of insane.
It's a Gangplank. It's a Gangplank attack.
It's a juiced up Gangplank, like with the thingy.
Yeah. This is actually like a card that I think is going to fly under a lot of people's radar, that I think is like such a strong not placeholder,
but lurk under their radar.
Please stop. How do I I'm now taking applications for a new podcast co-host. It's not placeholder, but like cards that are like glue in archetypes, right? Something that you need because it's like a payoff, but it's not like the big payoff cards. This card is one of those things for me, where predict is like bad, you know, and it needs more payoffs that are like mana efficient and worth like moving into these predict cards. And I think this is one of them. This is a super strong card.
Predict shuffles, right?
Shuffles your deck and then you predict. So the fact that it's at the bottom 10 is irrelevant, which I think is actually a really good design. Makes it so that you don't play it just to draw into it. Like you can, but it's not very good. So it kind of forces you into the predict archetype. But like let's talk about the fast spell really quick. 2 mana fast, blow things up. Deal 2 damage to everything on your opponent's side.
2 to enemies and enemy nexus is nuts.
That's so good. It's so good. So obviously the payoff is worth it. And now all you have to ask yourself, is the cost worth it? You have to play the original card, the 2/1 cat for 1, and then you have to run predict cards. And like the 2/1, it is a fast speed push speed, yeah. The like a 2/1 for 1 is like a super solid floor. Like we've seen this time and time again. Yeah. Zonite Urchin, Draven biggest fan, the Lunar Deathbringer, like 2/1 for 1 is good enough to be played in competitive Runeterra, if its effect is solid. The other cost of putting this card in your deck is that you need to be running predict cards, and I think that is the real cost. Is like you have to move it into a predict type archetype, and if we see the other cards that are needed for the predict archetype to like really succeed in this expansion, then I think that's gonna like kind of like, then maybe this is gonna be a real thing. Someone just point out that the cat and the zap spray fin is really cute, and I didn't think about that, but that's really cool because it's a 2-mana spell, so you can grab it with zap after you play the cat. Anyway, and if those like predict things, the predict payoffs and like the better predicting cards are not in this set, then this card I don't think it will make it.
Yeah. The other thing is like, you know, there's gonna be a lot of times when you just play the 2/1 like later in the game and you don't have time to go get it. And so that's a real downside. Like most of the other 2/1s, they still kind of do stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean you have like Lunar Deathbringer kind of
it basically like that like it's always kind of doing stuff.
Yeah, I mean there is a cost to putting it in your deck for sure. But I think it's a pretty good card. I'm pretty excited about this one.
It's very interesting.
Yes, very interesting.
It's very exciting. And I like the way that the mechanic works, and I like that predict matters, because I assume that's probably won't be the only predict matters card.
No.
Right? Because eventually it gets really good.
Yeah.
If you are seeing a bunch of stuff in predict and it all just comes into your hand,
it's insane. Imagine trying to play around these cards, right? Like deal 2 damage to everything. Pretty cool. Azalea needs some help as well, so that'll be nice. I think a lot of it will come down to like the cat specifically. I think a lot of it will come down to like Echo. Like how does Echo do? Right?
Oh yes.
No, Hilo, I do not have the technical expertise to put these up on screen. I will screw everything up, so I'm just not going to worry about it. I'll
link it in the chat.
Okay, thank you. So if Echo fits into this like predict archetype, we could definitely see like Shurima PNZ predict be like a real thing, which would be super cool.
Yeah, I'd love for that to happen. Like, that like reminds me of a lot of Magic mechanics that were like very fun and classic, and like
I love build around cards, man. They're so exciting. Like, it's so much more fun than like big dumb units. Like
I never thought about that.
And Runeterra, like at the beginning, like did not have that at all. Like a little bit, right? We had like, because I remember week 1 there was like Shark Chariot and like the Undying, and I don't know, that was about it. Like,
I have no idea. Week 1 I opened Runeterra, I was like, why are these cards sideways? Nah, not for me.
I opened it up. I played Dawn Spooters, the swim deck with like Dawn Speakers and Elise, and I was like, this game sucks. I didn't play. And then like with each like expansion that came out, the game just got like better and better and better.
I feel like that's still the case. It still just gets more and more
every expansion. I think the game, like Shurima added a lot to the game. Targon was huge for the game. Like before the Targon expansion, I still didn't enjoy it. It wasn't until like Zoe came out that I started to really like the game.
When are we getting the last region? It's at the end of June? Or sorry, the end of July?
It'll be July because it's 2 months. So yeah, it'll be the end of July, beginning of August, maybe. Like August 2nd or 3rd. I don't know how the days work out, but
and people think it's the Void.
Yeah, but so I think a lot less people think it's Void now because Rek'Sai is in this expansion, and Rek'Sai is from the Void, I believe. So if Rek'Sai is from the Void and they're not putting Rek'Sai in the Void, then it would be something else like Bandle City or like Ixtal or something. I don't know enough about League of Legends lore to really comment on that.
So I was getting at it because when I was talking to Saucy and
Rek'Sai lives in
Blevins...
Shurima. He's from Void, lives in Shurima, so maybe.
Oh, that's convenient.
Go ahead. Sorry, you're talking to Saucy.
Yeah, so I was Blevins who mentioned that, like, you know, he feels that, like, after the last region is released, the 10th region, that's when the game is, like, quote unquote complete.
Yes,
or like,
I remember that.
You know, like then it's out of beta, right? Then like all the pieces are there, and then you can start like building and stuff. And I kind of feel that too. That's like, it's going to be interesting. Like, is that really it? Like, really, like 10 regions, no more regions? I mean, I guess you don't need more than 10.
Are we really
right?
only going to have 5
lot.
colors in Magic? That's it? No more colors? Come on. 10 regions is a lot. Yeah. And I actually like them hitting like the cap on regions, because then instead of expanding this way, we get to expand this way, right? Like up, now we get to see all like...
Oh, you go the way.
You get more... What'd you say?
Sorry, I'm watching the stream on delay, my bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we get to see like more interesting mechanics, I feel like, and you get more creative with your design space when you reach that limitation, because no longer do you go, okay, let's just design a new region, right? Like now you have to figure out how to make these regions continuously more interesting. That's how we ended up with Planeswalkers and Magic and Sagas and flip cards and like all these cool things. And probably would have gotten there anyway, but like it's because they have to constantly be exploring new design space. And then these regions get more deep and therefore can do like, you have more deck building options in each region. And I really like that. I hate that, or at least I hated it in the beginning when it was like, okay, I want to play this region and this region, so like this is my only option. It's practically a pre-built deck for me. Like that's not fun. And we're getting we're moving away from that, I feel like, with every expansion.
Yes, I totally agree.
And I think once it caps out on regions, we'll see that even more.
Yeah, speaking of really exciting stuff, how much do you love Lurk?
I hate it.
Also, I start a free attack. What could possibly go wrong?
I do not like Lurk. I don't know. It's like...
I got nothing against Lurk. I don't like free attacks. Stop making stuff free.
Do you want to read it off?
Okay, so we got, first it is Snapjaw Swarm is a 2-mana 0/2 Lurk.
Mm-hmm.
And when you play the fishy, it says I start a free attack. So it just attacks for free when it comes into play. And the Lurk mechanic is if the unit attacks and there's a Lurk unit on top of your deck, all Lurk units get +1/+0.
When you attack while I'm on top of your deck, I lurk, granting lurker allies everywhere +1/+0, max once per round.
Oh, grant.
Yes, grant.
Ooh, everywhere. I did not read grant. I thought it was give.
But it's only lurk allies. I don't know. I don't love mechanics that like force you to go in the direction of only that mechanic. Like,
yeah,
lurk only grants lurker allies +1/+0. It's max once per round, and I don't know. That's like
it's got to be the lurk deck.
It has to be a lurk deck
all together.
Yeah. And it's when you attack, not when the lurker attacks. You know, it doesn't have to be a lurker attacking. It can be anything, but like then it checks to see if there's a lurker, right? And that's important. But like, I mean, I guess.
Oh, that's interesting.
I guess. Okay, here's my guess.
I like it more now.
I actually like it more now too, but I don't love it. But here's my guess: is there will be a couple lurker units who are just going to be solid. And let's say Pike has lurk, right? When you attack and you flip the top card and it's Pike, all your Pikes now have +1/+0, and that's good because you're drawing Pike anyway, right? He's the next card on top, and so like that's fine. I feel like there's just going to be a couple lurker cards. It doesn't buff cards with lurk; it buffs lurkers. What's the difference?
Don't cards with lurk have lurkers? Well, they just...
No, lurkers are cards with lurk. That's what I think. Also, the more I say lurk, the less it sounds like a real word. I don't know what that means. We'll find out. But like,
lurk.
It's not like a huge payoff, so I don't expect to see like lurker decks. It's the card type. It's
Yeah.
a
Oh, you didn't
1-mana
notice that?
1/1 with lurk, but it is a lurker.
Yes.
Interesting. I wonder if all lurkers have lurk. It would make sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love this. I think you're going to play a couple lurkers that are just actually good cards, and then every now and then you trigger the ability and you go, cool.
I mean, I don't know. Do you like slivers in Magic?
No.
Or things like that?
No, I hate that. It's boring.
Allies or...
It's big dumb units. I don't like it.
Some other ones.
Nope.
I like that they have a place. They're not the most fun or interactive.
Yeah, it's boring.
All the time.
It's boring.
But,
Except fairies. Fairies is cool. Because it's a bunch of spells.
Get out.
Fairies is sick.
Out.
Fairies
I'm
is so
taking applications for a new podcast host. Unbelievable.
Get out of here. We do need to see the rest of the set first. Like, this is literally the first, like, lurker card, right? So, yeah, that was the... One of the two was the... I lost my thingamajig. You said it was a...
Oh, yeah. So the other one is a 1-mana 1/1 fearsome with lurk.
Yep. Who is a lurker.
So...
He do be lurking.
Yeah.
Those are the cards.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. These are the cards for this is all we have for spoilers right now.
Rise of the Underworlds.
Rise of the Underworlds. Yep. And then
It's gonna be released next week.
More and more coming out. It's so frustrating to like have all these spoilers come out and all you're focusing on is like top 32. And everyone's like, what do you think of these cards? And you're like, I don't even know what they do. I don't have time to look at them. I have to practice. Like, I'm practicing. I'm testing. I'm going to take it a little, not less seriously.
Like a good time to do another giveaway for exclamation.
Oh my God.
No one feels bad, Bae.
How about just lurk?
Yeah, I can make it lurk.
All right. Exclamation mark lurk is going to be our new keyword.
Get lurking, people. 500 coins can be yours.
Yep.
Is this number 3? This is the third one we've done, right?
4th.
Or is it 4?
4th.
It must be 4.
It's number 4.
Yeah.
That'd be sad if we gave away an extra one and we didn't have it.
So check this out, though.
Okay.
So we got top 32 this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And by we, I mean you, but the rest of us get to watch. And then new cards and new patch and everything followed right after that.
Supposed to be a big patch.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Big balance patch.
Yeah.
That's what we were promised.
And then we'll get to play with that. And then at the end of July, we will get the 10th region and like a whole new bunch of cards and balances and stuff.
Wait.
And then we go into the last seasonals in August.
Wait, end of July?
And then we go into Worlds.
In 1 month?
Yeah, isn't that what it is?
I think it's 2.
I thought it was end of July.
Okay, you look it up. I will finish this.
Oh, Spider Mansion says end of August. So
yeah, that's what I think.
Does it say somewhere?
I'm gonna roll the giveaway if you want to Google it. Check out the
my bad.
The where it shows a calendar and the
July is the Ruination event.
Yes. Emmy Kayla, congratulations. Make sure to message me. Here, I will shoot you a thingamajig. Message me. Emmy Kayla is Mo's Smurf. This confirmed. Yeah, so go ahead and shoot me a message, and we'll make sure to get you those coins afterwards. Yeah, end of July would be like 1 month. That'd be insane. It usually happens in 2 months, right? It's every 2 months. The roadmap. That's what I was thinking. The roadmap. I'm
looking at the event calendar, but that's not giving me anything.
I got you. I'm gonna pull it up. You fill time. Say things.
Okay. So, I'm excited for some new cards, and like they made an announcement that they're gonna make some big changes in this patch, whatever it is, 211. But like, what do you think that's gonna look like? Like, are they gonna like really shape? Are they gonna do a bunch of nerfs and buffs?
Hopefully,
just a bunch of new cards coming out.
Yep. Okay, so I have it. In July we have a champion expansion, like we got with Aphelios.
Okay, what's the difference between that and what's gonna happen next?
A champion expansion is just like a champion with like 5 cards. That's where we got the Fangs, Temple, Aphelios, and a couple other things that were less impactful.
God damn, that was a good release.
Hot damn, it was.
Solid cards.
Yep. So yeah, hopefully we see a bunch of buffs and nerfs. I want to see mostly buffs and like a few well impactful like.
Yeah, I want to see a buff to Watcher.
sometimes. I want to see, Azir really get hit again. I do want to see Watcher get changed. I would like Thresh Nasus to get a little something, a little slap on the wrist there. And then I want to see buffs. Like, I think the buffs are more fun than the nerfs. You know, like, nerfs are cool because they open up space for other things to, like, rise, but then
new stuff is cool.
Buff other things so I can play new stuff because I like that. Most of the time it ends up not being impactful anyway, but it is exciting. You get to try things out, and that's fun.
We're basically like kids on Christmas. Just every time, Riot, just give us the new shiny thing that we can discard in a month or two because we left it on the ground and you tripped over it and hurt your foot and swore at us, and then just give us new stuff.
I just want new things. I want to play, and make old things new so I can play with them.
Yeah.
And bring back Lee Sin and Aphelios, pretty please. It's all we need. That's not true, but it would make me very happy. That's about it. New themed event coming out next month as well, which is going to be Ruination. So I expect the champion expansion to be Viego, however you pronounce it. The edgy dude from League of Legends. That doesn't narrow it down very much.
Yes.
From the Ruination event, he's got like white hair, carries a sword. Blade of the Rune King. He is the Rune King. Anyway, I expect that to be our champion expansion because he's kind of Ruination event is like all about him. And so he'll be in Shadow Isles. And yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, all the new stuff that they dropped has actually like ended up being really powerful.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't at first.
I mean, Zillion is insane.
Okay, smarty pants. Like even Azir, really good.
I mean, that was immediate.
Aurelia, really good.
Also immediate.
Aphelios, really good.
Immediate.
Talia's been good.
Okay, not immediate.
Lysandra.
That was pretty immediate. Like most of the new stuff has been powerful. And has like found a home, which is really nice. Malphite, not quite there, but I don't think Malphite was ever designed to be like a super competitive champion. Doesn't seem like it. Seems like more of a Timmy card to me, which is totally fine. Not every card has to be like super spiky. And then Talia,
Grandpa Roji, I think. Didn't Grandpa Roji make it with Malphite?
Yes, he's here in chat. Congratulations, by the way. I played that deck. That deck is fun. It's pretty good. Gonna be a YouTube video on it out tomorrow. I just want new stuff, man. Just want new stuff.
New stuff. Well, it's coming. One week away.
Yeah.
We'll be here very soon.
All right. Shall we do our last giveaway before we head off?
Let's do the last one. Let's do exclamation Bae wins seasonals.
That is so
for the good luck.
Okay. All right. That's a long one. Exclamation Bae wins seasonals.
You gotta earn it, Bae. Can't just be giving away coins to anyone.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what we're doing.
No, they gotta spell seasonals right.
I took like extra care when I typed it in to make sure that it was correct too. I was like, because if everyone types it in like correctly and one person gets it wrong, but wrong in the same way that I got it wrong, they'd be the only winner. But yeah, we got 50 people.
I feel like we're building like a spirit bomb right now. You know, like in Dragon Ball Z, where they power up
just
for
like
4 episodes.
Send me your energy. Yeah,
send me your energy from across the cosmos. Mm-hmm. That's what we're doing right now.
All right, a couple more seconds. Don't run it down. Basically, I just want to play ladder with interesting decks. I'm tired of playing the same 3 decks on ladder over and over again. That's basically what I'm getting.
Yeah. At least you get one more tournament to go. I feel like I'm just gonna like kick some tires for a week and make some content.
Mm-hmm.
I plan on writing a very spicy tournament report.
Oh,
from seasonals.
Nice. That's exciting.
I'm gonna do some Gonzo journalism.
I'm looking forward to it. That should be pretty fun. All right, here we go. The Boot, congratulations. Make sure to shoot me a message so we can get you your coins.
Go Boot.
There you go. Yep, just click my name on chat. Click Whisper. Yeah. That's all I got for today. You got anything else?
That is it. I'm looking forward to the top 32. Of course, I'll be cheering you and What Am I and everyone not named Mo on. Really hoping that you guys win. I feel like I just blessed him. He's gonna take it down now.
Oh yeah, he's totally gonna crush it.
Salt.
Yeah, I can't believe you just did that. That's the opposite of Caster's Curse.
Yeah, it's not good. But I'm looking forward to streaming it. I'm looking forward to watching it. It's gonna be some high level play. If you guys want to learn, how to get better at Runeterra, watch these top 32s very closely. Ask yourself why the players are doing what they're doing, because these are the best of the best.
Watching top 32 opened up a lot of like avenues for me, because I was like Masters. Thank you, Space Ghost, for the Prime sub. I was like low Masters and couldn't quite figure out why I wasn't getting better. And then I watched top 32 and I was like, these guys are making plays I wouldn't even think of. Like, why are they doing this? I have no idea. What's up?
I said, make sure you don't listen to chat, because I also watch top 32 and everyone chats like, they're so bad. Mistakes,
don't listen to chat.
And I was
Chat's always wrong.
I can't tell who's right.
Except for when they're right, but we don't talk about that time. All right, yeah, so that's going to be it for us. I'm going to send you guys over to Swim, who's one of the only Runeterra streamers live right now. Yeah, thank you so much for coming. Check out the Master Runeterra Patreon. Come hang out on our Discord. Very active Discord. See you guys later.
Best. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for listening to the Mastering Runeterra podcast with Jay and Bae. New episodes come out every Friday. If you haven't done so already, be sure to join us on Discord, check out the Patreon team, and have a look at our deck database on Twitter at Master Runeterra. Links to all of these can be found in the show notes and description.